26 years after I first heard the obscure name Waterpocket Fold, I finally looked up what the heck it meant. Over millions of years, this 100-mile rock spine pushed up along a north-south fault line. Cliffs up to 7,000 feet high have eroded over time, leaving stunning rock layers of different colors and potholes that will hold water. So there you have it, Waterpocket Fold. This video covers the first part of the round trip that goes 120 miles starting at the Capital Reef Visitor Center and looping up over the fold and then back down and round again. I'm just covering the most interesting dirt parts here. As you drive down this road, you periodically are really reminded that this used to be in the ocean. Along here it's a lot of sand, and up further ahead you actually are going through the remains of oyster beds. So you'll see a lot of beautiful colors in the rock walls. Luckily for Fred, fossil collecting and other debris are not to be removed from the national parks. So he was able to keep on driving without me saying, "Stop, stop, a beautiful rock." One time I did get him to stop, and when I came back to the truck, he had locked the doors. Love the sandstone temple. Here's where the really cool part starts. Depending on the weather, you may or may not even make it through that muddy part. And then you start heading up the Burr Trail. These switchbacks are the source of a lot of controversy in the local area. Some people wanted this road to be easy to navigate, and other people who don't want to see as many visitors did not want it to be easy to navigate. So it's mostly in between, but more easy than not. Can you picture the cattle being driven up this when the trail was just a couple feet wide? I really can't either, but that's kind of how it started out. By the way, if you're taking this trip, they have a wonderful guidebook for it at the Visitor Center with stopping points along the way, pointing out different geologic formations and other sites of interest. Of course, I didn't reset the odometer correctly, so I was totally lost anyway, but it was a good thought. Whether from the roof of the car or getting out and panning up and around the canyons, in the narrow spot, it's very hard to actually show you just how steep and varied it was. And of course, the words stunning, jaw-dropping, amazing, holy cow all apply. At a certain point, you can look way back down the trail through all the switchbacks and across the valley into the Henry Mountains. Then you can tell just how twisty and short this road is and how tiny that little white truck looks down there at the bottom of your screen. That's the end of the switchbacks. The dirt road continues further on to a nice drive through the countryside, past campgrounds, forests, and on to the town of Boulder, which has the Burr Trail Grill, delicious food, and then you loop on back down and around to Fruta.